All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Resident Evil. And we're just continuing with the Real Survivor run, which so far has actually been a little trickier than expected. Well, partially because we ended up doing it with Chris, because I still need that last costume for him. And that has certainly been a decision, but it's working. In fairness, there it is. Like, just the whole item boxes not being connected thing with the smaller inventory from Chris is a nasty combo. And then on top of that, I kind of forgot that this mode always plays on the hard difficulty. Like, it just, by default, you don't get to choose the difficulty. It just plays on hard mode. And hard mode in this game is hard. It is. Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that key in my inventory. All right, well, now's the time, I suppose. We're skipping it anyway. Finished the Emperor Pilaf saga last night, and I liked it. If you like the Pilaf saga, you'll like everything else in Dragon Ball. Genuinely. That is, like, the most oddball part of the entire series. Other than, I guess, some of, like, the filler stuff, if you watch Z instead of Kai. Like, the Garlic Jr. arc is certainly something that exists, but it's filler. In terms of the actual, like, canon Dragon Ball story, if you can get through Pilaf Saga and enjoy it, you'll enjoy all of it. I'm once again on one of the worst D-pads known to mankind. The Xbox Series X D-pad. God, I hate this thing. False actually just picked up a Series X controller because she needed a new controller, and she went with Xbox just because it's more compatible on PC. Plus, the pink Xbox controller she liked more than the pink PlayStation controller. Valid reason. And yeah, wow, I hate this D-pad. I hate it so much. Isn't that bad? It's bad for, like, fighting games or just really anything else where you actually use the D-pad as, like, your main method of movement. It sucks for anything like that. Like, for getting through the menus, any D-pad will work, but God. When it's, like, your main method of control, this D-pad sucks ass. Not as bad as the Xbox 360 one, at the very least. That one is probably worse still. Is it okay if I watch Kai instead of Z? Yeah, there are, like, positives and negatives of watching either. Like, there isn't a straight up better version of Dragon Ball Z to watch than any of the others. Although I say that, but then, like, there is, like, Big Green Dub, and that's obviously the best way to watch it, but no, Dragon Ball Z is kind of weird, where, like, there's no definitive best version of Z. There have just been so many different dubs and, like, reanimations and stuff of it over the years that kind of all of them just have positives and negatives of their own. You know a good mod for Witcher 3? I still have never played The Witcher 3. I've only played The Witcher 1. I never played 2 or 3. Hello, Dimitar. I never killed these zombies. I know that I didn't kill them. I guess they despawn at a certain point. Okay, I do have the no eyes. I have no nose on me. And I have no nothing on me. Wait, what? What do you mean? There we go. I had to find where exactly the interact was with it. Awkward tank control resi moment. It happens from time to time. Let me stick this one here. Doofenshmirtz Geralt, or Geralt. Geralt. Yes. He's a little weird looking on that one. To be fair, everyone in The Witcher 1 is a little weird looking. It's a weird looking game. Like, especially for when it came out. Like, it came out at a point where generally RPGs looked pretty good. And then The Witcher 1 just didn't because it was made on like a shoestring budget. But oh my god, everyone in that game looks weird as fuck. Ugh. Here we go. They really went for it with that one. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna want my shotgun for sure. I might want to carry the handgun just as a backup. Honestly, yeah, this is pretty much perfect. Yeah, that works. That works. My brain was like, but then how am I gonna grab the shotgun shells? But I could put the mask down, run back up. It's fine. It's fine. It'll work. Hello. Musta Wakoinen. I'm definitely saying that right. You think Witcher 4 is gonna come with a modding tool? Hard to say because it's UE5. Fear not, I'm not a bot. I didn't think it was a bot. To be fair, I'm normally too trusting. They always catch me off guard. That's exactly what a bot would say. Now I'm suspicious all of a sudden. That is exactly what a bot would say. The gate doesn't close until I hit the switch, right? Yeah. Fuck. Oh, I'm watching. Although I've never had a bot come in and immediately say that they're not a bot. But the bots are always evolving. How was I hearing something there? What the fuck? Excluding code redeeming. I don't know. I was gonna come up with some shit post. Got gifted a tier 1 2 days ago. Yeah, what's it? Someone came over from the collab with False and Snooze and them and gifted a bunch. I wasn't even streaming it. I was there for it, but oh, no auto aim. Oh no. Oh no. Take this, bitch. God. I forgot there's no auto aim in this mode. He's still alive. Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. My God. How's my health? It's fine. It could have been better, but it works. Someone named Fart Bath? Yeah, that's him. That would be him. How much auto aim makes this game easy? You feel it when it's gone. I just get so used to it, and then as soon as it's gone, I'm like, oh wait. Especially with the Crimson Head fight. A lot of folk on YouTube side. Yeah, I mainly stream on YouTube. I used to stream only on Twitch like years ago, but then I streamed only on YouTube for years, like in between. So that's why. Implies there's a fart shower. Oh God. What game did you vote for in False's poll? I didn't vote on it because I'm there no matter what. So I don't want to disrupt the voting pool. Because like other people will genuinely like watch if it's a game they enjoy, but if not, they're not gonna watch. So I don't want to throw it off if I'm gonna be there no matter what. I'm not gonna need this, although I have such a stockpile of green herbs. I was considering not doing it, but fuck it. Double green for the safety. A save for the safety. And we're out. Drakengard is winning the poll. Yeah, you underestimate that community. Oh God, it triggered twice. Some of the bot commands still do that. It sends to both instead of just one. I gotta work on that. Just stream settings and quality set to 160p. Of course. The ideal Twitch experience is in 160p. Everyone knows it. Even Twitch knows it. That's why they default to it. They know when a stream will be better in 160p. I can definitely just slip past. There we go. Oh, that one frame of the dog's head poking out. This isn't going too bad. Oh. Well, now I kind of wish that I had brought the shotgun. It's fine. I can live with it. Flash grenade would be nice. Yeah, Real Survivor on Twitch, or on Chris was a decision for sure. Item boxes don't connect. Yeah, or basically just using that one for the whole thing. Hold on, let me refresh myself. Destruction, hatred, madness, revenge. It's been a minute.
One, respond. Wesker? Monster chains. Treat. Not says. Away from woods outside the mansion.
This costume is wild. I don't know what his final costume is in Remake. I don't think I've ever seen it. Genuinely. Destruction and revenge. So blue goes north and red goes west. Oh shit. after this run, invisible enemies, and we're done, should be, assuming like all of the doubling up achievements and stuff that we've been doing works out the way I'm intending. I always heard how bad Drakengard is, but how bad is it for real? It's bad. Like the first game particularly, it's an acquired taste for sure. That's one way to put it, yeah. It's certainly an acquired taste. The first game in particular is just like bad gameplay, bad graphics, bad music, bad story. The first game in particular. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna need the Magnum. Like I'm not skipping it. The first game in particular is really bad. I don't really know anything about 2 because what I do know about Drakengard is from False. And she likes 1, but I watched her play through 1. So like, as much as she would say if she heard me right now that it's not true that everything about Drakengard 1 is bad, it's true. I've seen it with my own eyes. 2, I feel like I heard was the worst of the 3, but I don't remember where I heard that. Probably also just from False, but False hasn't played 2 yet. She's played 1 and 3, but not 2. But I think that she said like 2 is generally considered the worst one. And after seeing Drakengard 1, I hope that's not the case. Oh, hell nah. I think I heard that. I could just be misremembering. 2 isn't canon? Really? Well, do I? Well, no, I'd rather have my handgun. I was just thinking, like, because I have shells, I may as well use them, but not for this little stretch here. It's for people who wax their balls. That's crazy. Although, the whole canon thing with, like, Drakengard as it pertains to Nier seems a bit odd. Because, like, Drakengard 1, again, to my understanding from her explaining it to me, Drakengard 1 leads to the events of Nier, the original Nier, but only in one ending, and that ending is specifically like the final one. Like the super mega secret one that has the rhythm game boss fight in like Tokyo. That ending apparently leads into the original Nier. Like sets up the events of the original Nier. And then Drakengard 2, I guess, doesn't connect to anything. And 3, I don't know if it does connect to anything. I don't remember if she said something about it. Yoink. 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 Oops. Supposed to flip it around. I don't even like the original Nier. Part of... I mean, okay, the main reason that I always say I don't want to do a series on those games, the primary reason, is because the story, like the subject material in the stories, like I don't know how you actually discuss that story in a monetized YouTube video. But the other part is that, like, yeah, I watched her play through the original Nier as well. And it looked a lot better than Drakengard, but it didn't do a whole lot for me. For sure. Aren't you a gameplay guy? Yeah. Which is kind of the thing. Like, as far as I've been able to see, the gameplay in, like, all of them is not great except for, like, Nier Automata. It's a Telltale guy. Fuck Telltale. Random ass Twitch ban. It's a bot. Seribot, if you ever see it randomly ban something, Seribot is literally a bot that counters bots. So if a chat bot like enters your chat, Seribot will ban it pretty much immediately, like every time. Like Seri gets them before they even have the chance to do anything, pretty much. Typically, every once in a while, it will send one message like before Seri detects it, and then Seri will knock it out. Sometimes it's like a new variation of chatbot that Seri doesn't recognize, so I have to ban it manually. But generally, when you see Seri fire off, it's because it's a chatbot. They're gonna like ask me to add them on Discord or WhatsApp or some shit. Ugh. Classic Lisa experience. I get bonked there every time. No, that was not the guy that said he wasn't a bot. He seems to have been telling the truth. Most likely. Come on. Lunge for it. That was a little weird. I wasn't facing the right way. I heard Americans don't even use WhatsApp. We don't. Like, genuinely, WhatsApp is not used here. So if you ever ask an American to, like, add you on WhatsApp, the assumption from Americans every time is that you're trying to scam us. Because the reason that we know of WhatsApp is scamming from, from other countries. Like, that's genuinely the only real reason we know of it here. It's not used here. People still use WhatsApp? Yeah. At least as far as I'm aware. Never received a single WhatsApp scam message. Well, WhatsApp is very used by scammers. Just as like a form of communication that can't be linked back to them. Because they can make burner accounts on it so easily. And the reason that Americans typically just assume it's a scam if you ask them to add you on WhatsApp for like whatever reason is because no one here uses it. So the only time that we ever have someone ask us to use WhatsApp, it's 99% of the time a scam. Like that, it almost always, like if I go through,
stuck to the gamer chair.
If I go through my Twitter DMs right now and look at like all the random ass bot accounts that are DMing me, all of them are going to be saying like, add me on WhatsApp, let's talk. I'm a sexy 18-year-old from South Korea. Add me on WhatsApp, let's have a chat, kissy face, winky face. That's gonna be like all of my Twitter DMs if I go and look at the What's it? Not my inbox, but like the part where all of the unknown contacts go. That's genuinely all of it. Ah, shit. So that's why Americans assume it's a scam. Is because the only time we see WhatsApp, that's when we see it. Oh, Dream Master. Don't forget WeChat. Real ones never forget WeChat.
S.T.A.R.S Alpha team, come in. Does anybody hear me?
This is Chris.
This is Brad. S.T.A.R.S Alpha
The guardhouse is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Respond. I repeat.
With real survival.
Brad, this is Chris. Brad? Damn. Thing's broken.
Because, like, I don't want to run all the way back to the mansion for the item box, obviously. But I also... There's just no herbs here on hard mode. What's it? I also... Hold on. Brain working overtime. It'll catch up in a minute. Don't want to, like, go through the guardhouse and then have good stuff stashed in that item box that I have to, like... taxi back and forth to the mansion because I'm Chris and I have no inventory space. This is probably going to be... This and the caves will be the 2 points in the game that are just the most, like, a pain in the ass because of the item box limitations here. Kind of every time I move between a major area, actually. The lab is going to be just as bad now that I'm thinking about it. What messaging app do you guys use? We just use our phone numbers. We just text each other. Or if you're actually using something that's not just your phone numbers, it's Discord, yeah. They could have redone them. I don't think they could have redone them because the HD edition has some backgrounds that aren't as good as they were in the original because, like, they don't have the flickering lights or whatever. And the reason for that, just like little things, there were a lot more like backgrounds that would have flickering lights and more, I guess, animated stuff in Remake that aren't in the HD edition. They're only on the GameCube version. And the reason for that is apparently they lost a lot of the source code for this game and like a lot of the source files between the GameCube release and the HD release. Google messages? No. No, just text message or Discord, but even just really just text messages. Discord is even more for, like, I guess online communities slash like gaming communities. In terms of like everyday use, it's almost entirely just you use your phone. You just text each other. I remember hearing they lost source code. Yeah, they lost a bunch of it. Not all of it, but they did lose like a good chunk of it between the GameCube release and the HD release. I think there's a mod for that, and the same one adds a borderless window mode. Really? Wonder if someone did make a mod to restore all that. I would believe it. Hold on, giant spider. I have a puzzle to do. Actually, I don't know if I want to do this now. I'll light them and I'll grab the items, but I'm gonna have to come back. I'm not gonna remember these. I'll be so real. I'm not gonna remember by the time that we get there. Oh wait, we're playing as Chris though. Oh. I don't even need them, actually. I don't even need the puzzle in the first place. I don't need to go into that room. Oh, yes, I do, because we're doing Nook and Cranny this run. Okay. Never mind. I do have to do the puzzle literally just so that I can step in the room. No other reason. I need to enter the room for one of the achievements this run. She had booked us for a meal at a fancy restaurant. I screwed up. Oh no. Oh no. You gotta remember these things, chat. You need to remember. I remember. I always remember. Smiley face. Spooter, just a chill guy. He is just a chill guy. Yeah, I need this. To be fair, right now, my anniversary is really easy to remember. Like, really easy. Just like, genuinely, the date just kind of sticks in your head with no effort. But I never forget. Ever. Ever. The fuck is that spider doing down there? What? Wait, what? No, something weird just happened. I swear. What is it? Let me guess. 420? No. Not that easy. Could you imagine? Not that easy. On the release of a COD game, if only. That would be even easier. Haha. No, it's December 2nd. Which made it really easy this year for like month-to-month shit. Because, what's it? Because it was December 2nd, it was basically just whatever month of the year it is, like the number of that month is the number of months that we've been together. Which made it so stupidly easy. Like right now, it's November. November's the 11th month in the year. So guess how many months? 11. What's so easy about 2nd of December? That, mainly. Plus, it's the 2nd. I don't know. I feel like 2nd just makes it easy. 2/12. 12/2 even. It was the Dead Aim video. Was it? That aim video would have come out around then. Oh my god, False last night. One of False's streamer friends has been playing through the Resident Evil games, and I scoffed when I heard this last night. False rated her. She mentioned that she had been playing through the Resident Evil games. And I had to keep my mouth shut. My Resident Evil fanboy elitist mouth shut. Because this woman, chat, she goes on to answer the question of what she's been playing for Resident Evil. None of the originals. Only the remade versions of the games. But she started with Resident Evil 0. Chronological order, I guess. She started with 0. And then it was so hard. RE0 kicked her ass so hard because RE0 is notoriously mega fucking difficult among RE fans. Like, everyone is like, yeah, that game is bullshit hard. That game was so hard that it made her think that all of the classic games are that hard. So she just said, I didn't play any of the other like tank control games, like the classic games, because they're too hard for me. So she skipped RE1 entirely. Both original and the remake, she skipped. She skipped RE1 because Zero scared her and made her think that tank control Resi is just that hard. And then she went to 2 remake. Good game. We like that one. We like that one. And then 3 remake. 4 remake. And then she started playing 5. And she didn't like 5 that much. So she just kind of stopped playing about halfway through. And just... this chronological order shit needs to stop, you guys. We can't. This whole playing games in chronological order thing, it always leads to disaster, I swear. Like, without fail, it leads to disaster. We need to stop. It sounds great. It sounds novel in concept, and then you do it. And it just, it doesn't work. It never works. It never works. That might have been the worst that I've ever heard of it. I've never heard of anyone starting RE with 0 because like chronological order. But I can imagine. I can imagine. And bro, and then there's so much shit in 0 that would not make sense if you hadn't played like 1 and 2. Like, bro, Wesker and Birkin just fucking scheming that whole game. Bro. Yakuza chronological order works? Does it? Because, like, even putting aside the fact that, like, Kiwami 1, I can't speak on Kiwami 2. I've heard the general opinion, but I won't say it because I don't know. Putting aside Kiwami 2, and putting aside that with Kiwami 1, it's fine to play Kiwami 1 in place of the original, but you are certainly getting a less enjoyable experience by doing so. Putting that aside, we have the whole thing where everyone gets up to Yakuza 3 and then thinks that Yakuza 3 is clunky garbage and drops the series altogether at that point. Like, this is a super, super common thing among new Yakuza fans who start with 0 and the Kiwami games. And now we're going to have Kiwami 3, but you know what's going to happen with Kiwami 3? Like, remedying that? A, we're going to have the whole thing again of OG Yakuza 3 fans versus Kiwami fans. And B, more impactful, everyone's going to hate Yakuza 4 now. Like, Yakuza 4 is going to be the new Yakuza 3 in terms of everyone shitting on it all the time and not playing through it properly. It's just going to pass on to Yakuza 4. It's not going to go away. It's just going to go down to the next game. Oh, he walked towards me. What a little shit. It's fine. It's fine. So if you ask me, Yakuza games in chronological order really don't work. You're gonna make her watch A New Hope and then the Star Wars special? No, we don't talk about the Christmas special. We don't. Although False and I are absolutely... What's it? False and I are absolutely going to watch Star Wars at some point. I've seen like 15 posts on the Yakuza subreddit asking if they can skip 3 remastered, and it all happened in like a week. Yeah, like there's genuinely so many new Yakuza fans who go 0 Kiwami, Kiwami 2. They start 3 and they're like, ooh, this is old and clunky, and then they just stop playing the games altogether. Like, it happens so much. I don't think chronological order works for Yakuza. It can work if you are more patient with older games, But even then, you're kind of robbing yourself of a more special experience if you just release ordered it, you know? Where, like, if you go Yakuza 1, 2, maybe Kenzan, but let's assume most people aren't because no translation currently. Most people aren't. I did. Most people aren't. Assume you just go 1, 2, 3, like PS2, 1, and 2, into Yakuza 3. Bro, Yakuza 3 feels great because coming off of Yakuza 2, the combat is better in Yakuza 3. Like, it feels great to you when you come off of Yakuza 2. You don't even have that weird little rub of like, oh, I can't play this. It's not even there. You just get to enjoy Yakuza 3. What game is she on now? I need to know.
Richard.
Currently, she just has stopped playing about halfway through RE5. She hasn't like started up 6 or anything in its
Chris,
place.
stop! No!
Would I change anything about this remake? Anything?
Richard.
Make the caves shorter. The cave extension fucking sucks. I don't know why they did that. Oh. They made the caves like twice as long, but not any more enjoyable to play through. And the caves were already the worst part of RE1. That would be the first thing that comes to mind. People would play the originals, but it's an availability issue. I would agree with you, but I think obviously there's an issue with it not being more available. I wish they were more available, but at the same time, there are so many series out there that have the original and the remake both easily available on modern systems, and people skip the originals anyway. Because so many people just think like, oh, remake is going to be a better version of that game. So they just go for the remake typically. Like, even if the original is also available. Like, it's fair to criticize the availability, but I would definitely say it more comes down to like community mindset than anything else. Because they're not that hard to access either. Like, even though they're not readily available on PS5 or anything, like, they're not that hard to get. You just go on eBay, you can pick up Yakuza 1 for like 10 bucks.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
You can't play it on a PS5 natively, but you could play it on like a PS3.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Oh my god. I forgot that this sucks on hard mode. Oh my god. Oh, Oh, I did it again. Okay. There we go. Oh, I have to hit the safety again. Fuck, every time I do this.
Of pressure threshold.
In the UK, the OG Yakuzas are super pricey. I guess. I don't know what import fees from the US are like in the UK.
What is she gonna do with the semen? Is she gonna rub it on her schlong? I need to know what happened.
But PS3s aren't region locked. So yeah, PS2 if you're playing it on PS2, but if you just pop it in the PS3 can play PS2 discs. PS3 is region free. Like 400? Oh, damn. Yeah, I kind of neglect that I do just have one of those, like, from back in the day. Hot sauce, not everyone mods their consoles. Oh yeah, Chris does get the assault shotgun, doesn't he? Even if you skip yawn. In my head, I'm so used to skipping yawn and not getting the assault shotgun now. From all the recent playthroughs where I've done exactly that. I've been like, oh fuck it, I don't need the assault shotgun. Why would I? Chris gets it even if you do skip yawn. I forget. Just found this beautiful. Welcome. You gotta mod PS2s these days. Those lasers are tired. Yeah. Yeah, those lasers do wear out. My PS2 hasn't been used in a long time. It might be fine. Oops, my bad. Gallery key. Wake that boy up. I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna kill the laser. He's right. Like, the PS2 lasers do wear out. Okay, I did clear everything. I gotta make sure I am clearing everything. Even though it's gonna be a pain in the ass to taxi items. It being on hard mode is just brutal. I did not need the hard difficulty on top of playing as Chris without the item boxes linked. Cool Cacodemon, thank you. I just play 1 and 2 HD on PS3. It's the best version. It is the best version if you can read Japanese. Certainly. Have you seen Netflix Resident Evil? I saw, like, the first episode of it. I didn't stick around for very long, I'll be real with you. Might as well do as much as I can before making my way over to the item box again. I actually have a lot of handgun ammo. Getting all these items back over there is going to be such a pain. I'll deal. From the clips I've seen, I don't need to waste my time on it. Yeah, it's... I saw one episode, and that was enough, certainly. But, Lance Reddick's Wesker was the best part. He was great. RE5 Professional is going to be a bitch. It's not going to be as bad as a lot of what we've already done, at least. Plus, RE5 has some pretty broken weapons that we can take advantage of. Like, for 100%ing, like, maxing out all the weapons, we're gonna have, like, that really powerful shit on hand anyway. It shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Oh. Hold on, False has come back to... She says, I'm delayed. She texted me this. I'm delayed. But Drakengard 2 is connected to Drakengard 1 ending A. So I guess Drakengard Drakengard 2 is not canon because it doesn't go into Nier, but it kind of is canon to Drakengard 1, just a different ending. And Drakengard 3 is the prequel to... I forget that that one is a prequel. She has told me that 3 is a prequel to everything. Does ending A lead to Nier? No, ending E of Drakengard 1 leads to Nier. Direct sequel, but not canon. Got it. Like, it's a direct sequel if you're the 99% who will only play the first ending and then move on. Okay, my bad. 98% who will only play the first ending and then move on. Right. All right. Gotta go get the red book. Gotta solve the puzzle to open that door just so that I can get Nook and Cranny. Oh, for Nook and Cranny, I'm gonna have to do the best ending as well. We're gonna have to do good ending. Yeah, we'll be doing Revelations. That's gonna be the real grind. Raid mode completion will be a grind. I think that might be, well, actually, I was gonna say that might be the most time-consuming, like, part of the whole series to 100%. But then I remembered I have to max out every skill in RE6. And, like, in my review for RE6, I was not bullshitting, by the way, that from nothing to having, one skill maxed out and then 2 other skills that I simply bought level 1 of, that was what I was able to get after playing all 4 campaigns, fully completing them. I was able to get 1 max level skill and 2 other level 1 skills. So yeah, RE6, we're gonna have to play so much RE6. It's going to be just miserable. My soul just left my body. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of RE6. Okay, so red has the 2 eyelashes, corner lashes, let's say. Red corner lashes. Green 4 lashes. And orange is cat eye. So, corner lashes 3, 4 lashes 6, cat eye 5. RE6 becomes such a chore. Like, even doing mercenaries and all the difficulties and everything that we're gonna have to do, I feel like we'll still end up grinding just to get currency for skills. Doing that 100%, because it's crazy. Chat, I'm realizing. Now I play my Chinese game. She does mean where winds meet. She is very obsessed. I think she's approaching like 40 hours played. Okay, this was 6, 3, 5, right? There we go. How's a 5080 for $750? That's great. What's the catch? That is not what a 5080 costs. What is the catch? 5080 is more expensive than that. I like that you have to clarify in your channel description that you're not called Chloe. I do. RE6 isn't a terrible game. It's just not a good RE game. I don't even agree with that. I don't think it's a terrible game. But I even don't really agree with the whole, like, just a bad RE game thing that people so commonly say. Because, like, the thing is, right, my opinion, even just as like a third-person action game, it's still like only a 6 out of 10. It's still just not even very good by that metric. Like, it's still just only okay by that standard. There are so many third-person action games that I would rather play than RE6. Like, so many. Even if I just try to judge it like as it is and take Resident Evil out of it, it's just not even that good in that regard. Like, I have Vanquish. I could go play Vanquish. Where are my Vanquish enjoyers at? Someone here has got to back me up on this. Come on. I could play RE6. Or I could play Vanquish. Way cooler third-person action game. Way cooler. Vanquish is incredible. It's so underrated. 2 Dead Space comments in a row. I will be real, even Dead Space 3, I might enjoy more than RE6. Because, like, bro, the thing is, I thought that I enjoyed RE6 more than I do. When I replayed it with False for the video, I think I said it to her a couple times. I even was like, this is not even as good as I remember RE6 being. Like, when I replayed it for the video, I kind of was like, wow. Like, I kind of remembered it being better, which is crazy to say about RE6, but I did. Like, I kind of had it in my head that I was like, oh yeah, it's a great action game. It's just, you know, not what an RE game should be. And then I replayed it with her and I was like, whoa. Okay, maybe it's not that great of an action game. It's an okay action game. Get a 144 hertz monitor and then play Vanquish? That probably would be so smooth. You made False play Operation Raccoon City. ORC did redeem it a little bit because it was like, at least it's better than ORC. It is a lot better than ORC. I can give it that. We're gonna dump this. Do I just use this? No. Actually, if I do need a backup weapon, just the shotgun might work. I love Zero and most people hate on it. I don't hate Zero, but Zero, for my money, is definitely like the weakest tank control entry. I still really like it, just because it's a classic Resi title. But as far as I'm concerned, it's certainly like the weakest of that group. I know some people would say CV. Especially like, because CV, similar to Zero, is really hard. But, and CV, the thing with CV, compared to most RE games, is that it's easier to soft lock yourself. Which, in fairness, I always say this when I come to CV's defense, because nowadays, everyone goes for the soft lock thing when they're like, no, CV isn't that good. You can soft lock yourself in the Tyrant fight, and I think it's... I swear, I started hearing people bring it up way more after Bakba Soup did his tier list of the RE games and went off about it. I'm not saying that people are just echoing it, but I swear, like in the last couple years since, like when Bakba was first really blowing up as a speedrunner and doing like a lot of RE content, he went on a crazy tangent on that in a video that got a shit ton of views. And I swear people say it way more than they used to now. But anyway. You can soft lock yourself in every classic era RE game. Like in the exact same way. It just happens more often in CV because CV is a lot more scarce on resources than most RE games are. Like that's kind of... The difficulty in CV comes from the scarcity of the resources. And how difficult it is to like plan and work around that. Whereas like RE0's difficulty comes from the leechmen being bastards. But CV's difficulty is more from how tight the resources are, rather than like the individual enemies are super hard to deal with. Zero has enemies that are really hard to deal with. I'm a beginner RE fan. I think it's all right. I have not played Survival Unit. It seems fine in terms of like a mobile game, but it's not really doing anything that interests me either. You know? You can finance it? Of course you can. Don't get me started on like debt and payment plans. Don't even. Just don't. Oh, I forgot to go in that room. Oh, hold on. I have to go back. We're doing Nook and Cranny. I forgot. It's like a mortgage for Star Citizen account. It's like a fucking car payment for Star Citizen. Like genuinely, it is. It's wild. That's why. Why? Gotta look at every nook and cranny. I do. I forgot the little room here. Shit like this. Like, Real Survivor already was going to make this the longest playthrough of the 100%. But then doing Nook and Cranny on top of it with Chris as well. Like, I have just made this the most annoyingly long playthrough of RE1 Remake. We're like 3 hours into it, and I'm only just wrapping up the guardhouse. We're like a little over 3 hours into it, and I'm wrapping up guardhouse. Wait, no, I need to go back this way. Compared to like the knife only playthrough that I did in about 2:45, was it? For the knife only, I think. Not a bad time for Real Survivor. It feels like it is. But maybe it's just coming off of everything else I've been doing. Like, we did the speedrun achievements, straight into the no saving achievement, straight into knife only, which I blasted as well. So this makes this playthrough feel really long. I don't even think there's an item in here. No. Knife only was mega quick. Well, because for knife only, like, A, I'm running past everything, aside from the bosses. B, I did the bad ending for Chris, which saved us, like, you know, doing the MO discs for Jill and doing a whole second Tyrant fight and everything like that. And C, I only had to pick up, like, healing items and key items. So even though I was playing as Chris, it didn't take many trips to the item box because I was just not grabbing anything. You would think knife only would be a slower run, but it was fast. I couldn't grab defense items even. Not even the defense items. It was brutal. But it did go fast. My RE game that I defend is CB. Everyone has their one RE game that they love, even though like it's generally seen as one of the worst ones. And mine is definitely Code Veronica. It's the one that I defend to death. Anytime Code Veronica slander comes up, I feel the need to defend it. I'll be sad when we're done with this one. Me too. I love RE1 Remake. Oh, and we go straight into 0 off of this too. And then basically we have to do like most of what we did here for 0. Which is a lot. Because, you know, 0 is just a lot harder than this. It's not even that I hate 0 because I don't. It's just, it's going to be basically the same stuff we did here, just way harder to pull off. Yeah, the RE2 Remake's R.P.D is just so good. Like, the level design in the R.P.D specifically, the lab is pretty good in RE2 Remake too. But, like, particularly the R.P.D in RE2 Remake is so well laid out and designed, and like the flow of it is just insane. I can't believe they nailed it so well to this day. Like, I replayed 2 Remake for the video, and just again I was like, wow, the RPD in this game is incredible. I like the castle in 4. I think the castle is the best part of 4, but I really like the village. Oh, no auto aim. Son of a bitch. Isn't 0 and CV the hardest? Yeah, for sure. For different reasons, but yeah. Is it? No. I was like, there's no way it's dead off of 3 Magnum shots. You guys remember the other streamer friend of False making me rant playing RE for the first time on their stream? If you don't, it was when False raided one of her friends at the end of her stream, and I was like, oh, they're playing RE1 Remake for the first time? Awesome. I love RE1 Remake. And then, like, as soon as those words leave my mouth, I watch them in the guardhouse pull out the Magnum and use it on a basic zombie, and I was just like, ugh, what did I just witness? And she was like, stop. And I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. She was just like, you leave him alone. That was I forgot about that until just now. That missed Magnum shot gave me a flashback to it. Oh my god, I forgot Rebecca has an alt outfit here.
Yeah, it's dead. But Richard, he's gone.
Why does Rebecca get an alt outfit and Barry doesn't? This is my question for Capcom.
I'm sorry.
Why does
my
Chris's
fault.
partner get an alt outfit and Barry doesn't get
watched out.
any special drip?
I found a pharmaceutical room. I think
What's
I
up
can
with
come
that?
with something useful.
What's up with that?
I'm glad you're still okay.
Barry is too cool for alt costumes. Because woman? Because you play as Rebecca? When do you play as Rebecca? Do you play as Rebecca? Oh, you do. If Chris gets
Wesker?
poisoned during the Yawn fight,
Chris.
which never
alive.
happens to me,
My words
of
exactly.
course, I'm a god gamer.
Where's Jill?
But yes, you're
Thought
right.
you
You
were
do
with
play
her.
as Rebecca for a bit in this game.
I know.
Maybe.
We got separated.
You can.
I see.
It's possible.
Anyway, we better find a way out of here before we turn into zombie food. Got any suggestions, Wesker?
We should get a better grip on the situation. There must be areas still to be explored in that other mansion. Chris, I want you to check them out one more time. I'll continue my investigation here.
Sure thing.
If you don't play as all possible characters, I think we did get bit by Yawn on the very first, like, Chris story playthrough. I feel like I did. I think if you get caught by Plant 42... Wait, what? There's a playable Rebecca segment, like, in the guardhouse? Hold on. This I don't know about at all. What you talking about, Willis? You make V-Jolt as Rebecca in the original? What? No.
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
That can't be right. That
Chris to
no.
Brad.
I would
Can
know.
you hear me?
No, it can't be true.
Brad! Damn!
Can you actually play as Rebecca in RE1? We did it in our playthrough? No. Chris just doesn't get to do V-Jolt. It's a Jill only thing. Thought you were an RE fan? I am. That's Jibble only. Only Jibble. Ow. Oh. Not poisoned. I won't lose my head to the hunters. They took the decapitation attack away. You can only get decapitated by hunters in OG RE1 and RE3 Remake. Those are the only games where the hunters have those attacks, or that attack. OG RE1 and RE3 Remake. Don't ask me why. After RE1, they never did it again until 3 Remake. It is sometimes mandatory for you to create this in the role of Rebecca in order to release Chris from the death grip the plant has on him. I refuse to believe this. I refuse. I've never seen this. I swear to you. I've never seen this in my life. What triggers it? Oh, he got stuck. I could have killed him easily there. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh my god, I got stun lock. I'm trying to move. They have a stun lock that I've not seen until just then. What? Remake hunters can stun lock you? I'm gonna save that. I'll do a little double green. Little double green action. Never hurt nobody. Use them or lose them. Oh my god! Okay. I thought that would take 2 each, not 3 each, but it's fine. I was trying to use up the ammo in the basic shotgun anyway. That was the plan. I want that one out of the hallway too. I want him gone. Oh, I don't need this key right now either. We're just taxiing items back from the guardhouse so that they don't get stuck there. Am I cooked? No, you just need to play more Risk of Rain. You have to let Richard succumb to his injuries. What? How have I not known this? I guess I'm just too good. Never left a man behind. Okay. Is Hunter physique attainable? Yes. I don't know how, but it is. Yes. Certainly. I've seen it. Must be the same in remake, I would assume. That's crazy though. Skip every leg day. You just have to skip leg day. Yeah, be like 5'1" or shorter. And then just be chronically online to where you naturally develop that posture. It can be easily attained by playing like, I don't know, League of Legends, Dead by Daylight, Valorant, those or similar communities. You will naturally obtain the Hunter physique. COD Zombies. Bro. COD Zombies this year? Maybe. With just the amount of effort. Bro. Yesterday playing BO7 Zombies, doing the Cursed Relic Hunt, I shit you not, chat, we were getting the 3rd of the 9 Cursed Relics, and we were still in the, like, easy tier. As far as the cursed stuff goes, it's all challenge, like, content that you do within the challenge mode. None of it is necessarily easy, but they're split into groups of 3s of the 9 that are in the game currently, where like the first 3, pretty easy to get. The middle 3, fairly challenging, and then the bottom 3 are like mega fucking hard, the way that they've been designed. We were getting the last of like the quote unquote easy tier. It was so hard. It took me all 3 hours of the stream yesterday to get it. Like, it genuinely, from front to back, it took me 3 hours of effort. Keep in mind, I was a dedicated zombies, like, content creator for years. I used to run records. High rounds, speed runs, whatever. I did it all. in this mode. And it took me like a solid 3 hours of sweating to get that relic done. And this was supposed to be one of the easy ones. Oh, it gets harder next time. It gets, yeah, I did go a little over stream time. I had to go like 10 minutes over just to wrap it up. It was brutal. It was really hard. And it only gets harder. Well, next time, I'm not necessarily going straight into the 4th relic, because now I have, like, the first challenge tier open to where, ow. What's that? If we complete the main quest in Cursed Tier 1, which you can do by having, like, the 3 challenge modifiers enabled all at once in your game, I get a special Pack-a-Punch camo for Ashes from that point on. Like, it changes the Tier 1 Pack-a-Punch camo. It's a flex. It permanently changes my Pap camo. So that whenever I Pack-a-Punch my gun, you just see that Pack-a-Punch camo and you're like, oh shit. This guy fucks. He does the Cursed Tier 1 Easter egg. And then there's one for Tier 2 and Tier 3 as well. But yeah, next time we're doing the Easter egg again, just in the challenge mode with a bunch of crazy shit enabled. But also, because we're in Tier 1, golden armor will be available. Which is the armor that automatically regenerates your plates, just passively. I love the cursed mode. It's like, oh yeah, you have to do like all this crazy shit to even get these challenge tiers opened up. And then playing in these tiers is way harder than playing normally, but you get rewards. Like when you're playing in this tier, you can get the armor that automatically regenerates, which is not available in any other version of the zombies mode. Like you have to be playing in that challenge tier to get it. It's so cool. I love the approach they took with Cursed. It's great. When I'm not playing BO7 Cursed, I'm thinking about it. I'm telling you. It's on my mind all the time. You think we can finish this playthrough this stream? No. Not at this pace. And then new BO7 zombies map this week. On top of just Cursed being insane and me still trying to work through it. New map this week that brings with it like its own quest, its own new set of cursed relics that you have to get after completing the main quest and doing cursed stuff on the new map. There's more. Which version of RE9 are you picking up? Probably just the standard edition. I didn't look through the editions that much, but like, assuming it's just costumes and stuff like it typically is for RE, I don't need them. I'm a gameplay guy, so like I don't really go for like extra costumes and stuff. I went with the more expensive version of RE4 Remake, but that was only for the extra weapons. Because that's like, yeah, that's fun from a gameplay standpoint. Like that adds more. But if it's just costumes and such, I don't need them. I'm assuming it's not like weapons or anything, because it's not an action horror game. Don't you want the Demetresque outfit for Grace? Not particularly. I don't know. I'm the guy who has never bought like a cosmetic microtransaction in any game. Like it does nothing for me. I don't need the cosmetics. If it's gameplay stuff, yeah, I want it. But if it's cosmetic stuff, I don't really care much about it. Oh, no item there? Brother. I only buy cosmetics when it's armor for my horse. Okay, that's fair. Now you see that? That's fair. Horse armor. Not even Kazuya's old outfit. I have Kazuya's Tekken 6 outfit, but I didn't pay for it. I just saved up the free Tekken coins and then picked it up when it was on sale. So it was only like 200 Tekken coins for it. And I just had those from playing the game. I never paid for it. I have Tekken 4 Jin as well, but that was the exact same thing. Just the coins I got from playing and then waited for a sale on the costume. I don't buy that bullshit. Literally. Like, not... It sounds like I'm saying it, like, figuratively. Like, I don't buy it. Just the concept of it or whatever. Shit. Spider. I think there's a blue herb down here. Unless there's not on hard. But no, like, literally, I don't buy that shit. I don't pay for cosmetic shit in games. Oh, there is a blue on hard. Thank God. Tekken 4 Jin is awesome. False saw it and was like, it's alright. Alright, bitch. I don't need your approval. I know a good Tekken costume when I see one. That's what I said to her. Oh, fuck. Well, that'll do it. Basement glasses. Fuck. I just saw the message got held from Lightning. He said, you should get bit by a spider and write a journal about it. I try to forget the Survivor 2 spider lore every day. Chat just keeps bringing it back to my attention. They'll never let me forget. That was... Still. If you don't know the context, when we 100%ed Resident Evil Survivor 2 on stream, I had not seen all of the journals from that game prior to doing it on stream. And, there is, like, a legit, like, spider vor fetish journal in RE Survivor 2. Like, I wish I was joking. I'm not. It's, like, actual fetish content. It's weird as fuck. I was just shocked while I was reading it out loud on stream. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Like, it sounds like I'm exaggerating when I say that it was like actual fetish content in an RE game, but I'm really not. I'm being so serious with you. Like, no exaggeration. It was legit fetish content. Whoever at Capcom wrote that really likes spiders. Way more than is normal. Need a hat and you can be like Chris. It was Mikami. That would explain the giant spiders in this game. You ever wonder why they have a higher quality model than everything else in the game? Why they specifically look so good? It was Mikami. I have to take a lap all the way over. Because real survivor mode. Mikami's Kojima came out. Never go full Kojima. Never. Ooh! Never go full Kojima. I know the context. I wish I didn't. I thought about making a short out of it back when it happened. It's probably just best to not expose people to that. Oh. Oh, give me that knife back, you stupid bitch. I didn't think that he would still be here. I figured there was going to be a hunter in this hallway. But I forget from the knife-only playthrough that if you leave the zombies alive in that hallway, it just sticks with those zombies and doesn't spawn hunters. But if you kill those zombies, there will be a hunter in that hallway when you come back to the mansion. So I guess that Crimson Head being there, especially with how easily I ended up dealing with him, might have actually been a blessing. Even though at first I was like, oh fuck, Crimson Head. That might have actually worked out in my favor. Talking about the stuff. What stuff? The stuff. Easy million views. Channeling your inner Wesker or just high? That's for you to decide. I'll let you be the judge. Is it? Oh, there's two? Oh, there's two. Oh, no. I thought there was only one hunter in there. That's gonna be fun on the return trips. Gotta get everything out of here before that zombie comes back. Oh, flash grenade. Don't mind if I do. Hide his bloodshot eyes and dilated pupils. Yes. I know there's a zombie in that corner. You son of a bitch. I won't fall for it. Which is as weird as the spider. It is not as weird as the spider. I know the note that you're talking about, and it's weird, but it's different. The letter in the remake, it is more of like a parental love. The spider one is like an actual like. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating when I say it's fetish content. I'm genuinely not. And it's like... Ugh. 50 Shades of Spider. It's... Ugh. It's so much weirder. It's so much weirder. And I bet you no one fucking knows about it because it's in Survivor 2. And you have to work for it. Like, you don't just randomly unlock it as you play the game normally. You have to go out of your way to find it. It's so not right. arachnophilia. It really is. It's so... Oh. I literally can't find the note on Google. I bet you can't. No one fucking played that game. I'm the only one crazy enough to have sat through the whole thing. I'm the only one who tortures myself that much to have encountered it. I'm gonna go to that first floor room. Like, why was it so detailed? It was so weird, man. It was so strange. No wonder they made Shelob hot in the Middle Earth games. Who the fuck is Shelob? Shelob. I don't know Lord of the Rings. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. Big spider. I don't recall there being a big spider. But I've only seen the movies. I haven't read the books. And unfortunately for me, I've seen all of the movies. I watched the director's cuts of the Lord of the Rings, and woof, those are brutal to sit through. Those, wow. She is in the movies? I don't remember her. I don't remember Mama Spider. Oh, Sting's, okay, yeah, I do remember. Never mind. That reminded me. I do remember. They made the spider hot in the games? How? Oh, yeah, I'll get around it eventually. Don't worry about it. They made her a hot woman in the games. Oh. All right, shit. Go for it, I guess. Did Mikami work on this game, perchance? No, he would have just left her a spider. He wouldn't have turned her into a woman. So never mind, he clearly didn't. Yeah, the spider lore in Survivor 2 is crazy. I might still have to go find it and turn it into a short. I feel like you can't condense the insanity of that into just a short, though, because I feel like I took more than 5 minutes to read through it because I just had to keep stopping and being like, what the fuck? Did you write the Survivor 2 notes? Most of them are pretty tame. Like, there's the one where you actually get to read the note from Steve's dad. Like, that one's good. There's one that talks a bit about, like, Nemesis and his creation, and that was good because, like, at the time in the series, there was not a whole lot of lore pertaining to how Nemesis was made. Like, a lot of that came from Umbrella Chronicles and the remake later on. It's like, that was good. Granted, no one saw it, but like, that was good. And then spider fetish vor shit just out of nowhere totally blindsides you. You're just like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? When Kami is calling people insects, now you know what he means. Ooh. Oh yeah, RE4 remake too. I forgot that they made Luis a member of that project. Oh, I need the gem first. Guess I'll head over there now. Note that makes you want to bleach your eyes. It seriously is just so out of nowhere. And like that game generally was just such a mindless grind. Because like Survivor 2 in all reality has like an hour's worth of content that they then copy paste and like make ever so slightly different. And that's only in the case of the dungeon mode. In the arcade mode, they just don't even bother. And you just have to play over and over and over and over and over. And it took us like 40 hours to do everything. So we were just grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. And then out of nowhere, boom, spider note. We could not have been caught more off guard by it. Just bizarre, man. Wasn't Luis always a researcher? Yeah, but he was never an Umbrella employee in RE4. The original. 4 Remake changed him from like a researcher who worked for Sadler, not by choice, to a former Umbrella employee who worked for Sadler. The Umbrella thing came after? Yeah. And then specifically in 4 Remake, they mention him being a member of the Nemesis Project. Here we go. Did I just say no? Oh, I did take it. Okay. I didn't hear the sound. Isn't Survivor 2 Claire's nightmare? Yeah, you think she's having a nightmare about the spiders and the guy who just really likes spiders? Oh, wrong piece. Oops, oops, oops. Where does this one go? Must go here. That doesn't feel right. Oh, that is right. Yeah. I just normally don't do it in that order. I didn't give myself enough wiggle room. God damn it. Like 10 pages in on the Witcher 3 Nexus and was like, where are the titty mods? Turns out I wasn't logged in. That's the only reason you wouldn't have seen them. Now you'll see 10 pages of titty mods before you get the start. Yeah, that's true. It really is. Bro, Nexus mods is so wild. And I've said it before. And no shame to you if you're someone who does use those mods, but like, why? I've never understood it personally. Like, gooning and gaming are 2 separate activities. And if I'm gaming, like, how am I gooning? How am I doing both? I can't do both. Maybe that's a skill issue. But like, I'm gaming. Maybe I'm just too much of a gamer. That might be the issue. Must be. I take my gaming too seriously. That's gotta be it. To the War Thunder community? What do you mean tell that to the War Thunder community? War Thunder? I talk about it often on stream because of the Resident Evil community. Like, I always talk about particularly my favorite to bring up. Because, like, they've always had the nude mods in the RE community, and they've always been, like, the most popular mods if you go to Nexus mods or whatever. And I've always kind of been like, okay, like, I get that everyone in RE is attractive. I do, but, like, why? How are you doing both? But I always talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake. I will never forget. The demo came out like a week before the game released, right? That little like village intro section demo. And someone, like day one of the demo being out, made a nude Leon mod and put it on Nexus mods. So before the like a week before the RE4 remake was even out, there was a nude model swap for Leon. The game wasn't even out. It was like a week until then still.
Is she upstairs?
I forgot. She needs to live. This playthrough, she needs to live. Have them in their sights, bro? Why? All right. That knob still doesn't work. All right, Rebecca. You soloed a tyrant, like, not even 24 hours before this, but I got you. Oh, don't worry. I've maybe got you.
Rebecca,
Chris!
you okay?
I didn't mean to get you worried.
We can't stay here any longer. We have to get to the
Remember
others
the Final
and find a way out
Fantasy
of here.
15
You
devs
with me?
begging people
Yes.
not to make those mods
Then
when it
I'll
came
go
to
ahead.
PC? I do.
Until then, Rebecca, you're on your own. Stay cool and use your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle myself.
Good luck.
Generally, Square over the years has, like, vocally been against those mods for more games than even just 15. Like, Square repeatedly just asks the community to not do that, and then they do it anyway. Because of course they're going to. Because they're not making, like, an actual rule or anything. They're just saying, like, hey, could you not, like, for this, just the image of the characters and the game, we would appreciate if you didn't. And then they do anyway. Because of course they do. You can't just ask the Gooners nicely. It's never enough. Silly Squeenix. There's the item. I was like, there are 2 items in here. 3 normally. Oh, there's a 3rd still? Right now? Oh, I see the flash grenade. That's cheeky as fuck. Now we're good. Saying not to do it makes the people want to do it. Yeah, of course they were going to. Come on. Zero makes no goddamn sense. It really doesn't. That's like one of my biggest things with Zero that I don't even know why they bothered with like making this prequel story to RE1 when it really did not need one. Like it could have had one. Certainly there was room for a prequel to exist, but like there was just no need. Really? I'm trying to think on the fly while I'm doing this. And then, like, they didn't even really bother to, like, make it make sense and fit in well with the other games. They just kind of went for it. Just did random shit. Like, even, and the fact that 0 and the remake of 1 were being developed within Capcom at the same time. And there are so many contradictions between even just those two games narratively. It's like, what? Who let this pass? Like, who allowed all this? "99% of prequels don't need to exist." Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you don't even... Like, there's really no need to establish anything prior to RE1. Right? Like, RE1 is just kind of there and makes perfect sense as an origin point already. But then 0 just tried to add stuff before, but then none of that stuff ended up mattering, and the stuff that did, like, contradicted established lore from 1 remake and 2, original 2. It's just weird. And then, like, later on, nothing from RE0 ended up being important, like, down the line either. They just never went back to, like, called back to or referenced any of that lore. It just kind of sits there and exists in a vacuum. It's almost like they made the prequel, like they wanted to make this prequel, and then they made it. Oh, I'm stupid. But, like, then they just never used any of that material later on. Like, at least Yakuza 0. I talk shit on Yakuza 0 as a prequel a lot, and it deserves it. 100% deserves it. Like, at least they reference stuff from 0 in the later games beyond 0. Like, even sub-story stuff. Like, Kiwami 1 has Pocket Circuit Racer, and then he comes back again in Yakuza 6. Like, even just side content stuff from 0 gets referenced in the later games. Because Yakuza 0 is a prequel that didn't need to exist. But they actually did stuff with that material later on. At the very least. RE0, sorry, is weird because it didn't need to exist, and then they made it exist, and then they just, for 20 years since, have acted like it never happened. Just totally ignored the fact that it did exist. There's like, RE0 what? Well, it's so weird. I think they just really liked the concept from the old N64 build and just didn't want to see it go to waste. And that's kind of the only reason that they ended up seeing it through at that point. Pocket Circuit Fighter becoming a fan favorite is so funny to me. He's great. Like, he is. He really is. He's hilarious. Which one is this? This is Real Survivor, yeah. Also, Neptune, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh boy, Hunters. I wish RE0 was just the train segment. I mean, that is the best part. For sure. Although... Woo! Forgot he was there. I'll be the first to say that the training facility is pretty good too. Waiting to see how that statement is received. I think the Umbrella training facility that comes right after the train, it's not as good as the train, but it's a really good area. At least I feel like it is. I also like the water treatment plant from the end. I like that area a good bit, to be honest. I might have fucked up. I don't know if 12 Magnum rounds are enough to kill Jan. Oh, I don't have auto aim either. Here we go. Think you did? I think I did too. Oh, Chris. I'm sitting here thinking about after we finish this and then RE0. Bro, we have so many spin-offs after these. Like, we have Outbreak 1 and 2. I believe we have Umbrella Chronicles before RE4. Could be mistaken, but I think so. And I feel like I'm missing one. I think there's 3 spin-offs. Oh, no. I'm stupid, and I missed a Magnum shot. God damn it. KOTOR remake when? Bro, that project is so dead. Like, I don't know what happened to it. Oh, dead aim. There are 4. There are 4 in between. Gaiden? We already 100%ed Gaiden. I have to play dead aim again, like a lot too. You guys sure? Do I have to? Ow. Outbreak 1 and 2. Not Umbrella Chronicles is... Oh. Is Umbrella Chronicles after 4? Oh, wait. It would have been. It was a Wii game. Yeah. No, it is. It's after 4. I'm just dumb. Yeah, it's a fucking Wii game. I don't know what I was thinking. Was cutting it close. The missed Magnum shot didn't help. Definitely didn't help. I had 1 bullet left. But hey, it was enough. And then that's the whole return trip done for the mansion. Outbreak game's gonna be hella fun. They really shouldn't be bad because we're going to be able to do most of it in single player. And Outbreak's single player is like 10 times as easy as its multiplayer. Even if you're playing on the same difficulty and everything, same characters, it legitimately is like 10 times as easy. There's less enemies. The damage and like health for the enemies scales way less aggressively because there's only 1 player and it's actually balanced around that. And the virus gauge gives you like 2 hours to complete every scenario versus you play multiplayer. The virus gauge gives you like 20-30 minutes depending on the scenario. So Outbreak will be way easier to 100% than it was Like, difficulty-wise, not time-wise or anything, but difficulty. It will be so much easier to 100% in single player. It will be nowhere near as brutally hard as it was to play it for the review doing the multiplayer stuff. RE4 is going to be so fun. 4 will be a lot of fun. That 100% wouldn't be too difficult normally. But I am adding on because the 100% is so short for RE4. I am personally going to add on, and I'm going to do it for 5 as well, that we need to max upgrade the weapons. Because 4 and 5 both have very short, very easy 100%s. So I'm like, you know what? While I'm there, may as well max out everything too. And then that's fun because like we can actually see all the weapons like at their best possible potential and everything. That'll be great. I already, with RE4 at least, have a really good understanding of the weapons. 5, not as much. I'm not as familiar with 5's weapon sandbox, but 4's I'm very familiar with. And the Blacktail is the best handgun. By a fucking mile. It's not even close. Red 9 fans go cry in the corner about it. Damn it. I'm assuming that's a damn it to the Red 9 jab. The Red 9 has such good damage. It's bad at everything else compared to the other handguns. I'm having a moment here. Oh, the battery. I'm like, what am I doing? Okay. I really did. I was like, I don't even remember where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I am a handgun enjoyer. I am in 4 for sure. 5's weapons, I haven't played 5 as much over the years. Like 4, I think I have maxed out pretty much every gun in 4 in the past. And like played with them a decent bit. Whereas RE5, I have not. RE5, I'm just not super familiar. I really love the starting handgun in RE5 though. I am a fan. I don't know how it compares to like all the other handguns. Isn't there an achievement for 5 anyway? Oh, is there? I don't remember there being one. But if there is, I was going to do it. Just for the hell of it. Oh, the handgun, the weapon in RE4? You mean the handgun, not the weapon class. The handgun in RE4, the crit rate is good. That's about where the list of distinct positives ends for the handgun. The crit rate is good though. My only thing with crit rate handguns in the action horror RE games, like I get the appeal and in theory they're so good. So good. But like the thing is, it genuinely hinges on random chance. Even if that chance is a lot higher than usual, like your entire your entire reason for using the gun, wait, I did this in the wrong order, hinges on something that can activate every time you fight an enemy rather than something that is a factor every single time you fire the weapon, if that makes sense. So I'm not as big on the crit rate handguns in 4 and 5 and 4 remake as well. But I get the appeal. Just personally, like, I will always take a handgun that does the really good thing every single time I shoot it, rather than the handgun that has a chance to do the really good thing every time I shoot it, if that makes sense. Also, I need a blue herb now. Fuck me. The first game ever that I immediately started a replay after finishing it the first time. So good. Especially, like, I have historically been critical of RE5 and especially 6 for the weapon upgrades. Because, like, RE5's weapon upgrades just aren't as exciting or compelling as RE4's. And, like, RE6 just totally threw out the system, which was a massive mistake. But, like, dude, RE4, I swear, just the weapons existing the way that they do is such a compelling reason to keep playing the game. Like, it adds so much just to be like, bro, every weapon in this game is godlike at something when you max out the upgrades. So you want to max out everything and figure out which one you like the most and, like, see what they all do. It's so compelling. In particularly 4 remake and Village. Village also has that going for it. It really does. 5 kind of has it. It's just not as exciting. And then 6 ditched it for whatever fucking reason. Like, I swear, if 6... I'm being so real as well when I say this. If 6 had the same sort of, like, weapon progression that RE4 did, I would play 6 a lot more. I would enjoy the experience of playing 6 a lot more if they had that instead of, like, the skill system that they do. Because RE6's skill system sucks ass. Like, genuinely. And also, the reload on the default handgun in RE4 is better than the Red 9. But I don't necessarily see that as a positive when we're comparing it to the handgun that has the worst reload time in class. If you can understand where I'm coming from. Like, it also having another thing that's better than the worst is not the most exciting thing. Whereas, fuck, don't, oh. I have to go all the way to the bed of blue herbs. I stick with the Matilda. I don't love the Matilda. Matilda has the best DPS out of any of the pistols. It does. But the Matilda also just chews through your ammo. Just annihilates your ammo pool. It's gone in the blink of an eye. And, like, ammo isn't normally too strict in RE4. So it seems fine, but then, like, you use it for long enough and really, like, it's just... You go from ammo not being too much of an issue to ammo being a constant issue if you're using the Matilda, at least in my experience. Like, it does really excel in its role, but it's such a big negative. I feel like I never have handgun ammo. The remake has a similar issue with 4 remake specifically has a similar issue with them adding the M4 from the remake to it and then having the M4 use rifle ammo. Like, what? What were you thinking? If you tap trigger, you can only shoot 1 or 2 in the original. Yeah, but then, like, when you are tap firing it on 90% of the enemies in the game, where that's going to be the preferred method, it's just there's nothing good about it when tap firing it. It doesn't excel in anything unless you're using the stock and the burst fire. Like, that is the gimmick with the Matilda. If you're just tap firing the Matilda, literally any other handgun is better. The burst fire is what makes the Matilda noteworthy. You know? Are there blue herbs by the elevator? No, this mode, Real Survivor, only can be played on hard mode. So, like, half of the herbs just aren't even a thing. They just don't exist. They're gone. A lot of the ammo and defense items also aren't there on hard mode, but you really feel it with, like, blue herbs if you get poisoned by those snakes, specifically. Making a new Dead Rising? Yeah, I did hear about it. My thing with the Dead Rising rumor, I'm so down for a new Dead Rising, but I said this yesterday when I was talking about it. Bro, we don't need Frank West in every Dead Rising game. Like, we don't need Frank West every time. I feel like they're going to stretch Frank West thin and people are going to get sick of him. Like, I'm already kind of just like, man, I don't need Frank West this many times. I always appreciated Dead Rising jumping around between different characters. Especially, like, you know, since Dead Rising is one of those series that does more localized outbreaks, it makes so much sense to not have the same characters constantly showing up at all of those outbreak zones just at the right time for the outbreak. You know what I mean? He's covered wars. I know he's covered wars. Point being, I don't need Frank West again. Give me Chuck or Nick, both of which have only had one game to their name, or give me someone new. Like, genuinely, they've never done a bad job making a new protagonist for Dead Rising. Between Frank, Chuck, and Nick, they're all great. We have not had a bad protagonist in Dead Rising yet, so just make a new one. Like, I have faith that they could make a new one. There's no reason to think that they couldn't make a new, enjoyable protagonist. Like, I don't need Frank West again. I'm getting Frank West burnout in real time. They made him cringy as fuck in 4, though. I didn't even play 4. I heard that it was bad, so I was like, okay. I'll wait. See if it's one of those games that, like, people come around on, and maybe I'll check it out later. Because I was busy playing other things. I wasn't chomping at the bit to play a Dead Rising game that everyone was saying was bad. So I waited. And then no one ever came back and was like, no, it's actually good. So I just never got around to it. Still to this day have not played Dead Rising 4. Don't feel particularly compelled to. Four is a decent game. It's just a garbage Dead Rising. No time limit is terrible design. Is there not a time limit in Dead Rising 4? Bro, that's the Dead Rising for false, clearly. That is the thing that False would really not like in Dead Rising. Is that they kind of, like, as a tradition, have time limits on just completing the game. Which is one of, like, her most despised things in gaming, just as a whole. She hates having a time limit. Even if it's just to complete, like, one room or something, or, like, an escape sequence. Anytime a time limit pops up in a game, False freaks the fuck out. She loses it. 4 is just completely free. Yeah, 3 being lenient made sense, at least, because there was so much side content compared to the first 2. They may have gone a little too lenient, but I see where they were coming from, sort of thing. Just not having one, though, is crazy. Anyway, I need a piss break. I gotta go to the bathroom. I've been chugging water. So, I'll be back in a minute. Feel free to get up, get a drink, snack, bathroom break yourself, whatever, while I'm up. And when I get back, we have Remake Caves. Everyone's favorite part of Remake. We have caves. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm back. More cave. Oh. Little game. There it is. All right. Yeah, Steam Winter Sale's actually not that far away, is it? I can't believe it's the last day of November already. Is there an item here on hard? Oh. Magazine. I don't know about the Wii version of Dead Rising 1. I've never heard of this. Enrico.
Enrico, don't come any closer, Chris.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait.
This outfit is so stupid.
Enrico!
Seeing it in scenes like this.
Enrico! Double crosser.
Didn't COD World at War have a massive community on the Wii? A lot of the CODs on the Wii did. Like, it was kind of just the same community. But yeah, I knew a zombie streamer way back who doesn't do content anymore, but his first ever COD was World at War on the Wii. And like, that's genuinely just how he got into the whole series, because that community was so large and so dedicated. They released the specs for the GameCube. Is there any chance it's going to be less than like $700? Especially considering that in their what's it? Investors call talking about it. They straight up said that what's it? They're not going to be eating the cost on this one the way that they did with like the Steam Deck or the prior Steam machine. Not the price. Yeah, but I'm saying like with those specs and the fact that they're not going to be selling it at a loss, is there any shot it's less than 700? Oh, I do still need the crank. It'll be 700. It's kind of the assumption, so I'm not surprised. They aren't competing with console prices. Yeah, I don't... Like, that's... I know that they're like, it's not supposed to be a console, but this sort of product, in my mind, and I know that I'm not the only one who says this, I've seen so many other people saying it while discussing this system. It is a mistake to make a system like this and not try to make it competitive with consoles. Like, it's just not gonna work. Because even as an entry-level PC, I know that it came out that a lot of the components are going to be soldered in. So... yeah. Basically, like, making it competitive with entry-level PCs means that you're getting a kind of cost-effective entry-level PC at, say, $700-ish, but you can't upgrade it. It will be impossible to upgrade this system. Whereas if you just got an entry-level PC that you built yourself, you can upgrade the RAM. How much good does that do you if you can't upgrade the rest of it? Like, it'll help sustain the system a little longer. Oh shit. But how much longer, really? I don't know. I think this system's gonna flop. I don't see this being a successful system. Like, especially the more that we learn about it, the less it feels like it's going to be a successful system. 8 gigs of VRAM will be awesome for 5-year-old games. Yeah, exactly. And like, the GPU won't be upgradable, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, I think the GPU you're just stuck with as well. I don't think that's going to be upgradable. The survival knife is the only thing in here. I doubt it. Yeah, I know, like, the only confirmed, like, soldered in part is the CPU. But it has already made people, like, if the processor is soldered in, how much will be? Because it's not just going to be the processor, surely. It's like a 4060 or something equivalent. Yeah, it's going to get... What's it? It's going to get... just scaled out of the market so quickly is the issue. When does the RE3 remake video come out? On Tuesday it goes public. Tuesday morning. Yeah, like day one, it's already not going to run current games without like aggressive upscaling. And it obviously gets worse. Just as time goes on, it's going to be less and less capable of running modern games, even with the upscaling. Yeah, I think this will go the way of the first Steam machine. In that it might have some market presence right at launch, but it's not going to last. Two years from now, we'll have PS6. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they're not even trying to compete with consoles. Like, they're saying straight up that they're not. They're looking to brand this as an entry-level PC, and they have no interest in competing with consoles with it. Which is where I'm like, you're setting the system up for failure. Like, you just, the way that you're approaching this will doom this system. It had a chance, but approaching it that way kills that chance, if you ask me, in my opinion. Granted, I'm a consumer, but yeah. Linus built a similar spec PC in his recent video, and the costs were around $800. Yeah, so like, you could spend a little bit more and get an actual entry-level PC that is modular and that can be upgraded one component at a time as you need to. So basically, you can build something for about the same as the assumed price. Granted, it's not confirmed. Keep that in mind. But the expected price, you could build something for $100 more that will actually last you. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Genuinely, the more that I try to wrap my head around their approach, the less it makes sense. That's kind of the frustrating thing. It's like, this didn't have to be a failure. Like, this was promising when it was first shown off, but the more we learn, the more this feels like it's going to flop. Indiana Jones time, round 2. Never underestimate a slick form factor. It's not gonna be enough. Not being upgradable kneecaps a big plus point of a PC. Yeah, because like the whole thing with a PC is it's expensive to build yourself a gaming PC up front, but then like you've built it. And from that point on, like you just, you know, your graphics card starts to struggle a bit, you can just replace the graphics card. And the whole rest of the system can stay the same for the time being. Your processor starts to struggle? Upgrade the processor. Your RAM isn't enough? Stick another RAM stick in there. You got more slots. Unless you start by filling out all 4 slots, which I don't know why you would. It'll be a super hit if it's fairly priced. I think, personally, if this is meant to be a PC, regardless of how fairly priced it is for the specs, it is kneecapped by not being upgradable. It's just that single-handedly is like the biggest negative that a gaming PC could have. You know? That really is the largest negative this system could have had. And of course, like with that small form factor, it was always going to be hard to upgrade to begin with. But like the processor being soldered into the motherboard means that you cannot upgrade it, no matter how bad you want to. Like the rest of the machine, say the GPU is the issue in terms of size, right? It would be. I forgot the flamethrower. Bro, you, like if it got to that point where you just needed to upgrade the GPU, you needed a bigger case, buy a case, take the fucking Steam machine out of that little box, put it in a proper case. Like you could do that. It would be more than a lot of people would be willing to do, but that would be possible to do. You can do that. You can move an entire PC from one case to another. It's just a case. Just replace the case. But no, like literally soldering shit into the motherboard makes it impossible to upgrade. Even if you're willing to move the entire thing from one case to another, it doesn't matter. You can't do anything with it. I don't know, man. I don't know. The targeting PC market thing, and yeah, I'm expecting a hard flop. Maybe a little splash, like right on release, but other than that, I'm not expecting much of anything. And like, even as an emulation machine, you're only going to be able to emulate up to 6th gen, realistically. Like the specs that thing has, you'll be able to emulate some 7th gen, but like less than half of the library for sure. Like if you wanted to emulate God of War 3 or Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead Redemption is just on PC natively now. I forget. I keep forgetting they actually did that. MGS4, obviously, like no shit, but like you're not going to be able to. $360 if it's updated more. Yeah, but even then with 7th gen, it depends on the game. Must be something we're missing. Valve is Valve. This feels like a repeat of a lot of Steam Machine 1's issues. Especially, and it seems so weird for Valve, like so out of character for Valve to be approaching this the way they are, right? Because like, it is weird for Valve to be stingy on pricing. Again, we don't know the price confirmed, but for them to just straight up in an investor's call be like, No, it's not marketed towards console. It's marketed towards PC market. No, we're not going to be eating the costs on this. This is going to be like a distinctly for-profit system. I don't know, man. I don't get it. It seems so oddly out of character for Valve, but then again, this is kind of how the first Steam machine went down. Like, that was also really out of character for Valve. I just don't get it. Can't wait for Gabe to walk on stage at the Game Awards and just say 3. It's not going to. I have to be that guy again. He's not going to. There's no way. It's 4231. I can never remember. 4231. He'll announce it from his super yacht. I'm still a firm Half-Life 3 denier. You guys have predictions for the Game Awards? Expedition 33 is gonna sweep. That's really the only prediction I have. Maybe more Armored Core at the awards. Copium. Yeah, Bloodborne PC. Oh, are we talking about announcements? Not like award predictions. Announcements. My craziest one would be Ace Combat 8. Could happen. We've been hearing all year that 2025 is the year. Kono keeps saying it. We're at the end of the year. Ace Combat 7 was also announced at the Game Awards initially. Back when that game was first announced, it was at the Game Awards. I had to go double check it. It was. So there's a history of announcing Ace Combat at the Game Awards. Like, it is a thing that has happened. Could happen again. This year is supposed to be the year that it gets revealed. I do believe. I do. Yeah, Death Stranding 2 PC, I think, will be announced there. I think that's a very safe bet. Maybe Duskblood's gameplay. I hadn't thought about that before, but that could happen. You think RE5 will get remade? Yes. Yes. They would be silly not to remake RE5. That, like, it's literally just remaking RE5 for Capcom is like going up to a money printer and just turning it on, just switching it on. It's basically what RE5 remake is to them. So 100%. There is no RDR2 remaster. You stop it. You stop it. The announcement of the reveal of a Blue Point game, I would also say, is not likely. Because whatever Blue Point is working on right now, they would still only be about 6 months into development on. So I definitely don't expect a Blue Point announcement. It would still be too fresh. I have to go get the thing. Hold on. Probably news about COD. I wouldn't expect news about COD. Season 1 is already, like, later this week. They won't announce a new COD game until a few months into next year. Oh, the TV show? Maybe. That also is apparently still pretty early in production, so I don't know what they would really have to announce, if that makes sense. A port for modern consoles? Yeah, I don't think they're doing that, personally. Because, like, it does kind of make sense, but the only guy who has said that's going to happen is a notoriously just, like, throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks kind of leaker. Like, when I did have to search his name because I hadn't heard of him before, when we were talking about this last, like, literally his whole history of leaking game stuff is just him getting, like, 15 things wrong and then getting, like, one thing right. And then getting, like, another 15 things wrong right after. Because he just kind of says shit and hopes for the best. And he's the only person who has claimed a sort of thing will happen. So I'm not expecting it. Like, RDR1, we heard leaks for years before they finally did that new updated version of RDR1. Persona 6, probably. Does Atlas work that fast? Because Metaphor just came out, like, what, last year? I'm not an Atlas fan, so I wouldn't know, but do they typically, like, turn things around that fast? Oh, probably something for GTA. Maybe. I don't know. It just got delayed a second time, so maybe not. Maybe not. Now that I think about it, maybe not. I thought, I was like, oh yeah, no, that probably could happen. And I was like, oh wait. Plus, they haven't done any big award show appearances for GTA 6. They just kind of know that they don't have to at this point, I guess. New GTA 6 trailer. I said it, and then I don't think that's gonna happen, personally. I backtrack that prediction. It got delayed a second time, and the first two trailers that we've gotten, neither of them have been at, like, a big show. They've just been random YouTube uploads. Because they know damn well that that's all they need to do to get attention. Like, they don't have to go and pay Jeff $1 million fucking dollars to advertise GTA 6. They have the brand power to just not do that. Like, plain and simple. So I retract that prediction. Officially, firmly retracting that prediction. I don't think so. Oh, the new Naughty Dog game will probably be there. Actually, whatever that is. I don't know what the name is. I don't remember, but that likely will be there. Because Sony and Jeff Keighley are, like, even bigger fuck buddies than Jeff Keighley and FromSoft at this point. So that's probably pretty likely. Sly 5. I don't know about Sly 5, chat room. I hate to break it to you. You know, maybe I'll give it to you. It could happen. Oh, the missing item is the drawer note. Well, I may as well. I always miss it. And then I'm always like, what did I miss? That note in the drawer. RE9 probably will be there, actually. Like, it's crazy to say out loud, but we are less than 3 months away from Requiem now. So probably. Now that you mention it, I hadn't thought of it before. But yeah, Requiem will almost certainly have some sort of appearance there. This is the last, like, big show prior to RE9's release. So they probably have something prepared for it. Some garbage Starfield DLC announcement. I think Starfield is already done, if I recall. I think they said that Starfield is already, like, pretty wrapped up. There will be some smaller updates going forward, but Starfield PS5 maybe. Likely a demo for RE9. I wouldn't say a demo. Because Resi, like, ever since RE Engine started, has done their demos very close to release. Like, RE7's demo was about a month beforehand. But then ever since then, all of the demos have been like a week beforehand. Which sounds like exaggeration, but it's genuinely not. Like RE2 remake, RE3 remake, Village, RE4 remake. All of their demos were like 7 days before release. So I'm not expecting a demo from the Game Awards. There is the recent RE9 leak as well that it just isn't going to have a demo, but Resident Evil leaks 99% of the time are total horseshit. Like, specifically, Resident Evil has the worst track record with leaks that I think I've ever seen in gaming. So I just wouldn't put any faith in it. But going off of how Capcom has handled demos for genuinely like 6 years now, I expect that the demo will be like right before the game comes out. That's just kind of their thing. What about E-Day? E-Day is a tricky one, because as far as we currently know, E-Day is still slotted for next year. And Gears is typically like a holiday season-ish release. Typically like September, October. And we don't have a gameplay trailer for E-Day yet. And we're supposedly less than a year away. So I would say it's pretty likely. But I would also expect that they would wait for more of like an Xbox showcase for that. Like Summer Games Fest. But then Summer Games Fest would be a little too close to release, you know? It wouldn't be enough time to really drum up some hype around the game. So E-Day, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, I feel like almost, if it's not there, it is probably delayed beyond 2026. By the way, did I tell you guys that False considers herself, like, a genuine Gears fan after we finished playing through them? Like, a lot of the time when we play through a game together, and I ask her if she liked it, like, after we finish it, she's like, you know, I had fun with it, but I think I only had fun with it because I played it with you. I don't think I would have enjoyed it on my own. With Gears, though, when I asked her if she enjoyed them, her response was, yeah, I liked them a lot. More because I played them with you, but yeah, I liked them. And I was just like, oh, you just liked them. Like, that wasn't even a, well, it was fun because it was with you. It was, yeah, I liked them, and it was better because it was with you. I'm like, oh. Would not have expected that out of everything we've co-opted so far, that would be the one she enjoyed the most, but going off of that response, it seems like Gears is genuinely her favorite thing we've played. Like, off-stream together. Just for the hell of it. What was her least and most favorite? Her least favorite Gears was Judgment. Which, made her very sad. Because Baird is her favorite character still, out of just all of Gears. Like, Baird is her favorite. So she was excited when she found out right before we started it that it was like Baird's game. And then when we were playing it, she was just kind of like, oh. Yeah, she was very disappointed. She was like, I wish I liked it more, but I really don't. Judgment was her least favorite, and 2 was her favorite out of all of them. That's a Gears fan reaction right there. But, she enjoyed 4 a lot. Like, in terms of just the other games that people are typically a little more lukewarm on. She liked Gears 4 a lot. And, what's that? We both enjoyed 5, because that was my first time playing through 5 as well. I just skipped it back when it came out and never got around to it. We both enjoyed 5 a lot. I think Act 3 of Gears 5 was bad. That act was paced so terribly that I'm still kind of like, what the fuck happened here? Like, there's a quarter of Gears 5 that genuinely I'm just like, why did we do this the way we did this? This was bad. But Gears 5 generally was really good. Like, Acts 1, 2, and 4 were all great. They're surprisingly great. Just Act 3 was... yeah. When is she playing Tactics? We might at some point. She keeps saying no because it's a strategy game. So she's put off by it, but... at some point, it will probably go on sale for less than $10, and I'll pick up 2 copies of it. Because I haven't played it yet either. I want to play it. Red Desert or Snow Area? It's the desert area. Yeah. The Snow Area, like, we did all the open world stuff when we played through it. So, like, the Snow Area, even doing the open world shit, was well paced. Like, it moved at a surprisingly solid pace. Like, it actually kind of flowed well. Even going out of our way to do all the extra shit. But the desert was like, oh, the extra shit took way longer. And, like, there were less rewards for it in that portion of the game, which was weird. Like, more effort for less reward. And the main story stuff in Chapter 2 is really good. And then the main story stuff in Chapter 3 drags so much ass. Like, oh my god. Holy shit. That it was so poorly paced in Act 3. But yeah, at some point we'll play Tactics for sure. Just kind of once it goes on a sale for like less than $10 or so, I'll pick it up. Because I know it does, like, the campaign is apparently playable in co-op, which is what made me kind of like, okay, we will at some point. Because the idea of playing like an XCOM type strategy game set in the Gears universe is already great. But then you add on to that the campaign is co-op and you just like control your own units that are relegated to you as you play. So you have like 2 people each commanding half of the squad separately and like working together in an XCOM kind of game. That sounds great. That sounds really fucking cool. Did you play the Gears 5 DLC? We didn't. We did not. But at some point, we'll probably do that, too. We just kind of forgot, and I only remembered, like, a week after. And at that point, we had already both uninstalled it, so I was like, oh, yeah, there is a DLC. And we own it. We do own it. But we kind of forgot. Like, we kind of had the big, like, oh my god, yeah, we finished Gears 5. Like, we're done. We played all of them. And I totally spaced that there was a story DLC for 5. But I don't think it's too important. At least for now. And especially with the next game being a prequel, it probably won't be important. What's crazy to me, having finished Gears 5 now, is that there's been such a long gap since Gears 5, like from 5 to E-Day. Huge gap between releases. It will be 7 years between them by the time that E-Day comes out, assuming it's its planned release. Could be more. And Gears 5 ends in a very like open-ended manner where like 6 still has a lot of storytelling to do to wrap up this arc of the story. Like, in a way, the ending to Gears 5 is kind of just setting up for Gears 6. And bro, they haven't even started Gears 6. Like, this many years later, they haven't even gotten started on that. It's kind of crazy to me, actually. It's better than XCOM in some ways. You shut your mouth.
I'll investigate this area a little further.
I recommend Aliens Dark Descent. That's on my list too. That's on my wish list. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it seems so fun. I believe that also has like a co-op campaign, right? She's seen the Alien movies. Oh my god, you know what else has a co-op campaign? Speaking of Alien? Bro. Colonial Marines. That's a fully co-op game. Alien Colonial Marines. She has seen the Alien movies. She has. I think she enjoys them. Forced Xbox login. People are leaving negative reviews over it? Tale as old as time. I've never had issues with the Xbox logins on Steam. Is there something fucky with the tactics one? Because like I've genuinely never had an issue with any of it. People just don't want an Xbox account? Okay. I mean, I get it, but like, it doesn't ruin a game for me if I have to make an account and log in with it, you know? Just, yeah, like, just make an account. Like, I get it. But does it ruin the game? Like, no. You want to play a game with awful AI xenomorphs and Colonial Marines? I've played Colonial Marines twice. I played it once when it came out. Awful. I played it years later on PC with the mod that fixes the AI. Because, hilariously, and it's kind of well known at this point, but here's the trivia if you don't know. The AI for the xenomorphs in Colonial Marines is broken because of one typo in the code. It is one single line of code that has a typo in it, but that specific line broke so much of their AI. Like, it was something that the rest of the AI was very dependent on. Like, literally, it's just, there's one character that is off in the entire string. And it shipped with that. Never got patched for some reason. That's what breaks it. So you can very easily download a mod that fixes it, and then the game is okay. It's fine. It's not great. Definitely not great, but it's okay. It's better. It's a lot better. Just doesn't save that game by any means. Also, Aliens is my favorite Alien movie. It's Aliens. It is. It's the best one. I can't deny it, even if I want to. It is about that time, though. I got to get back to video work, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like Metal Gear, Yakuza, Ace Combat, all sorts of stuff. It's all good. Come back for any of it. This probably doesn't have a whole lot left at this point, because after this, Invisible Enemy mode will go faster than this. We're going to finish this in the next RE1 stream. We should be on to 0 pretty soon, to be honest. What's tomorrow? Maybe more of this, maybe. Anyway. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Algorithm, you know how that goes. Helps out, boosts it up in the algorithm. I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. Also, if you enjoyed and you're looking for links to engage with the community outside of Twitch or YouTube, check out links in the description below on YouTube, like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Or if you're on Twitch, they're on the channel page. You can find them in chat commands. You'll be able to find whatever you're looking for. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.